Congrats.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Dominguez steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Daniels in at the small forward. And for Denver, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Chanchar in at the 4 spot. And these teams have had different stories so far in the NBA Cup. Greg, one is undefeated. The other is under 500 in these games.
Yeah, so that 3-0 team has major motivation, right? They want to keep the momentum going. But don't sleep on their opponent. They want to win to register some positive momentum and also focus on the regular season.
And finished off by Porter.
Boy, the size, the vertical, the explosiveness, Porter Jr. has all the tools to throw it down.
Daniels passes to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from Daniels.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Jokic a screen. Brown drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 6 points for P.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the triple. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Three-pointer, Daniels. And another 3 for Golden State.
3 points.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Murray surveying the D. Porter, no luck. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Green kicks to Daniels. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Daniels has got 11.
Oh, great ball movement there. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
It's to Curry. There's the triple. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside Porter, the three. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Warriors leading by 7. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good. He's got 14.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
We'll now go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Coach Adelman. David.
Talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
All right, David, thanks. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Porter. And it's blocked by Daniels. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic with it, headed by Green.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets to try to build some confidence and some momentum.
Now Daniels. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 20 points for P.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Denver making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, P.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Cranes the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Daniels from outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And here's Westbrook. After the three-pointer from Daniels, Westbrook finds Murray. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Three-pointer, Daniels. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets shooting 31% here early on, not getting the shots they'd like. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Curry against Murray. Shoots over Curry. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
In the mid-range, Murray can really make it happen now. He's just that versatile a scorer.
Daniels inside the line. From downtown. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Daniels has got 26 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment there.
Jokic inside. Last game with 30 points. Chanchar, a three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Peyton. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Peyton Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Fields checked in for the Warriors. Pass to Chanchar. Outside Westbrook. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. The Warriors pull it in. Coming in on a 19-game win streak. They're set to achieve something very few teams have ever done. A win tonight would be their 20th win in a row.
This team, I tell you, is doing a heck of a job actually putting their name against some of the best names in the NBA's history. When you talk about winning streaks, I mean, these kind of streaks do not happen often, and there's a lot going right for this group right now.
And here is Curry after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
Three-pointer, Daniels. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Steps back. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's hauled in by Jokic.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Watson. Still without a basket. Murray down low. He's covered by Daniels. And it's Murray with the jam.
And you know finishes like this get Murray pumped up. He's a big-time dunker off the drive now. He'll sneak punch you if you're not careful.
Now Murray after the missed 3 from Daniels. Pass to Westbrook to the left side wing. Jokic against Peyton. Here's Chanchar. And Jokic slings it in.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a load down on the blocks.
Warriors leading by 21. Three-pointer, Daniels gets it to go from beyond the arc. Daniels has got 38 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Inside. Jokic kicks to Watson. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points from the field. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
We've got Russell Westbrook. Aiden Watson is out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Jordan. And it's Strawther in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Here's Daniels. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Changed his mind during the layup. You can't be indecisive there. Tried to pull off another shot and missed it. Indecisiveness is never good when you're shooting the basketball.
And it's Westbrook missing. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Pajemski in the corner. Kuminga kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Daniels, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Westbrook passes to Jordan. Now here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be.
Oh, wow, man.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Westbrook, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing's falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Porter. Watson with it. The 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Daniels. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
What a play.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
The Nuggets shooting a meager 37% for the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Westbrook. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. He just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
Daniels with it. Porter's there, and that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got 51.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Westbrook. Can't get it to fall.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pass to Strother. Fires the 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Daniel. It's good. 55 points for P.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Denver's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Lobs it up for Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
Here's Daniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Daniels has got 57 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Denver calls timeout. As Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. And let's now take a look at the NBA Cup standings as the group stage winds down.
And it gives us a pretty good idea of who we're going to see in the knockout phase. It's been a terrific competition so far, and I think it's only going to get better when we get into that single elimination scenario.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Daniel from outside. Yet another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside Porter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Here's Brown. He's covered by Daniels. Brown the pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Jokic sets the screen for Westbrook. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Smooth sailing for Golden State. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Murray way outside. And another miss by Denver.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong. Strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
Here's Daniels. Rebound by the Nuggets. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And we'll see if anything's different this year because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series.
Not what you'd expect when you look at the standings. I think this game is important to them to try and turn the tables here.
Curry dishes to Daniels. There's the drive, and it's in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Westbrook, back to Murray. Up top, Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
Really hard not to foul there. Tall with elite skills. Porter Jr. is a handful in the painted area.
And the Warriors with some changes. Gary Payton comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Buddy Hield in for Brandon Pajemski. Going inside. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Watson, he's checked in for Porter. Brown, the pass to Watson. To the inside. Murray, no good. Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Daniels, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
2 minutes.
Here's Daniels. And good! There's another.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Right wing, Westbrook kicks to Murray. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break. Hits it again. Wow.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Pass to Brown. Now Watson. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here for the Nuggets. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Warriors on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Denver Nuggets.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a scary sight. 2 of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Ernie.
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. So Frisco Kev inquires, if you could pick any era to play in, which would it be?
Let me play back in the early days.
I like to see that too. The way early days with dunking was illegal. You might need to work on your fadeaway, big fella.
Yeah, my fadeaway is better than yours, Kenny.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from P in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. And it's Daniels in at the small forward. The Nuggets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Pass to Jokic. Over Green. And that one's good. Jokic. Jokic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Jokic has such an efficient, soft stroke, especially from this in-between area.
Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, you know, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
And that one's good. Daniels.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wide open look here for Murray. That 3 off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Curry can't get it to go. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Porter. The Warriors pull it in. Daniels has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Back to Curry. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Just his first attempt. And it's Kuminga that time on the assist by Daniels.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Brown. 5 points in the game. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the foul on P. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Here's Porter. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Sweet move by Porter Jr. Getting around the contact and finding the hoop.
And another one.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Pass to Brown. Outside Porter. They set the screen. Porter can't get that one to fall. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Curry, good. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Porter in the corner. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Daniels with it. Now defended by Jokic. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Daniels.
And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Here's Porter. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Pass to Chunchard. Murray outside. Shoots the 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Jokic. Jackson Davis defending. Here's Brown. Connects from three-point range. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Daniels, no good. Denver's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Chunchard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors. Here, the Nuggets decide to talk it over. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Jamal Murray is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's Westbrook. He's covered by Daniels. And it's Westbrook missing.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Looney passes to Daniels. And he dunks it down.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook has tremendous elevation for a guard. So athletic, and not only does he get high up in the air, he's strong while he's up there.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Kept alive. Here's Spencer. Golden State moving the ball around. Connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Murray outside. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Westbrook kicks to Watson. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jackson Davis finds Looney. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And Watson slams it in.
Hey, we can't forget now, over Westbrook's career, he has averaged double-digit assists multiple times.
Ball stolen. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Westbrook with it, out-guarded by Daniels, and finished off by Westbrook.
Love it when Westbrook takes it right at the defense like that, strong, and then finishes as well.
We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a...
And again!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray with it. To the inside. Westbrook kicks to Murray. Clock at 6. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Good. That's another bucket.
And he's now outmatched his own single-game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in the work with a little overtime, and this game is sure to leave a mark. Now Daniels. Pass to Santos. Now Looney. Inside. Here's Daniels. Denver grabs the miss. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side, Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Daniels. And that one drops.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Brown. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Pass to Porter. Right side, Westbrook. Here's Brown. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Daniels from outside. Again, what an avalanche.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance.
And people have talked about records that could never be matched. Wilt's 100 was at the top of those lists. But the unbelievable has happened here tonight as he has...
And another one falls. Amazing.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
And Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game has been surpassed. Pick up the phone. Let everybody know something special has happened here tonight.
So, after a tremendous performance, let's go to center court to hear from MP himself.
Yeah. She says the real bad. Still going hard, huh?
Man, this hasn't even sunk in yet. On a night like this, setting the record for points in the game, you're so in the zone that it feels like everything is just effortless. But it's not. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this. So credit to my coaches, my teammates, everyone coming up that helped push me, my family, my friends, haters, defenders. Every one of those points scored tonight, this is for y'all. Everything that I do is. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well spoken and such a likable player, isn't he, Greg? From Wilt Chamberlain to MP, a record none of us thought could ever be broken.
And Kevin, the entire NBA community, heck, the whole world will be talking about MP's performance tonight. This one will live for a while.
Here's Murray. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook with a screen from Murray. Pass to Porter. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for P.
Well, he was swatting shots all game long, really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Chuncharge checked in. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Daniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul. 13 foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Warriors, Daniels.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. To the middle, Cancar, the pass to Jokic. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Daniels with it. Takes it off the glass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup. 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
MP, you just set a new record for points scored in an NBA game. Describe what you're feeling in this moment.
Honestly, I feel like the GOAT right now. I feel like I'm the greatest to ever do it for real.
So what's next? Where do you go from here, from this amazing accomplishment?
I don't know, Sabrina. I was thinking I may have to retire from the NBA.
Excuse me, did you just say retire?
I mean, if there's nobody out there that can guard me, I'm saying there's got to be a challenge somewhere for me, you know, and I just got to go and find that challenge.
Oh, you scared us. Congrats again.
Thank you so much. See you.
Care.
Cheers.
I love that guy.
Bettina.
MP, you just did one of the most incredible things anyone has ever done in the history of professional sports.
It's true.
When you see something like that, or when you do something like that, it's hard to describe it in anything other than cliche. Which had me thinking, athletes sometimes describe nights like tonight as, the hoop being bigger, appearing bigger than usual. Is that actually true? Or is it just a phrase that gets thrown around to try and describe the indescribable?
If I ever thought about the rim being bigger, my teammates would stuff me in there for sure. They make sure that they keep me grounded, and they're the reason why I'm able to accomplish something like breaking the 100-point mark. That's not easy. And so I'm blessed to have the best teammates in the world.
That's a bit modest, don't you think, MP?
No, I'm serious. I wouldn't be the player that I am today without them. And don't get me wrong, I got talent, for sure. But I'm blessed to be a part of the most supportive team in the league. And the reason why I say that is they hold me accountable. And that accountability is the only reason why I'm able to reach goals that's beyond my wildest dreams. And that was evident for me tonight, evident for everyone. Thank you, Bettina.
Joe, where does breaking this record rank as far as your career accomplishments?
It's huge, obviously, but I've always been the team guy, and I know that sounds silly coming from someone who scored 100 points. Like, I get that, but if we don't get the chip this year, it's definitely going to be a bittersweet moment. I'll tell you that for sure. It's team over everything. There's no question about that. It's not even close.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, MP, question over here.
Never thought I'd see someone score over 100 points. You're unbelievable, man.
Man, I know scoring is up, but topping 100, just ridiculous. Go off, MP.